My beloved child, I have loved you with an everlasting love. Long before you ever knew my name, I knew yours. From the moment your life began to form in your mother's womb, I saw you and called you mine. Every heartbeat, every breath you've ever taken, I was there, cherishing each one with the tender attention of a loving father. You were never an accident, never a mistake. You are the sacred design of my heart, created with intention, purpose, and deep affection. I have whispered your name in the quiet places of your life, during the nights when tears fell silently onto your pillow, when your heart ached in silence while the world went on unaware, when you felt like a leaf tossed in the wind, unsure of where you belong. In all of that, I was present. I never turned away. I never grew distant. You may have thought I was silent, but I have never once left your side. Not for a moment. Others may forget you. They may overlook you, walk away from you, misunderstand you. But I never have. I never will. I am the God who remembers, who sees, who stays. I remember every quiet prayer you whispered through trembling lips. I remember when you lifted your eyes to the heavens and, barely able to speak, asked, God, are you still there? My answer has never changed, yes. Child, I am here. I have always been here. You are someone uniquely and deeply loved. Not because of what you do. Not because of what others think of you. And not because you've done everything right. You are loved because my love is perfect. And my love does not waver. You don't have to strive for it or earn it. You don't need to clean yourself up before coming to me. Just come as you are, tired, uncertain, broken, hopeful, and allow me to love you. That is all I ask. I know you may feel unworthy. I see the shame you carry, the memories that haunt you, the parts of your story you wish you could erase. But listen to me now. Child, there is nothing you have done, are doing, or will ever do that can make me love you any less. My love for you is not built on your perfection, it's anchored in my unchanging character. My love is like a mountain that will not move, like an ocean that cannot be emptied, like the dawn that always returns. It is sure, it is steady, it is eternal. So let me love you. Sit with me. Rest in my presence. Feel the safety of being known completely, and still completely loved. You belong to me. You are chosen. You are cherished. You are not just another soul passing through this world. You are my child, formed by my hand, held close to my heart. You are the apple of my eye. When everything around you crumbles or shifts, remember this truth: my love is your foundation. It will never give way. You can stand on it. You can lean into it. You can fall asleep in its shelter. You don't have to be afraid anymore. You don't have to question your worth. You don't have to earn what has already been given to you freely and fully. So open your heart, even just a little. Let me in, not just into the places you're proud of, but into the rooms you keep closed, into the pain, into the doubt, into the loneliness. I am not afraid of any of it. My love is stronger, and I will hold you there. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. You are not alone. You are the one I love with an everlasting love. And today, I remind you of that truth, because I know your heart needed to hear it. My beloved child, today, I come not only to comfort you, but to invite you into something deeper, something sacred. I am asking for your heart, not just a part of it, not just the pieces that feel safe to offer, but the whole of it, the real, tender, sometimes broken heart that beats quietly within you. I don't ask for this to take something from you. I ask so I can give you more, so much more than you can imagine. Give me your heart, child. Let me hold it in my hands, where it will be safest. I know your heart has been through much. You've loved and lost. You've trusted and been betrayed. You've opened up and been wounded. And so, in time, you began to close the doors. You began to build walls, not out of rebellion, but out of protection. You were doing what you could to survive. I see that. I understand. But those same walls that you built to keep pain out, they have also kept me at a distance, and I've never stopped knocking, gently, patiently, waiting for you to let me in. I'm not asking for a perfect heart. I'm not asking for a polished, picture-worthy version of you. I want the real you, the one who sometimes doubts, the one who sometimes feels tired of holding it all together, the one who wonders if they're even lovable anymore. That heart, yes, that one, is the very heart I came for. I want to dwell there. I want to restore it. I want to fill it with peace like a river, with joy that isn't dependent on circumstances, with strength that doesn't come from striving but from my spirit. You don't need to fear what I'll find. I already know every corner, every scar, every silent scream, and still, I love you. Still, I choose you. When you give me your heart, I do not scorn it. I redeem it. I breathe new life into places that felt forgotten. I bring warmth to where it's grown cold. I remove the heavy stones and replace them with a heart of flesh, soft, alive, and responsive to my voice. You were never meant to carry your burdens alone. You were never meant to piece your heart back together without me. You were never meant to go through life half alive, half trusting, half believing. I want you whole. I want you free. And it all begins here, with surrender, with trust, with the simple yet sacred act of saying, Lord, this is my heart. I give it to you. Even if all you can manage today is a whisper, God, I want to trust you. That is enough. I will meet you there. I will begin something beautiful from that whisper. I will begin a new story where healing is no longer a distant hope but a daily reality, where peace becomes familiar, where love, my love, becomes the language your soul speaks. Let go of the need to understand everything. Let go of the fear that if you surrender, you'll lose control. You were never in this alone, and you were never meant to lead without me. I am not here to demand. I am here to dwell, not to condemn, but to comfort, not to expose your wounds, but to heal them one by one. Give me your heart. Give me the questions, the memories, the dreams still waiting in the dark. Give me the anger, the grief, the parts you've silenced. I can hold them all. I can hold you. And when you do, child, when you truly place your heart in my hands, you will find a safety you've never known, a joy that no storm can take, and a love that has waited patiently, just for this moment. My beloved child, I hear you. Every word you whisper, every tear you shed, every silent cry that never makes it past your lips, I hear them all. Nothing is hidden from me. Not your grief, not your longings, not your deep, unspoken hopes. When you feel that no one understands, when you kneel quietly in the stillness and offer up prayers too tender for others to hear, I am there. I do not need eloquence. I do not require perfection. I respond to the sincerity of your heart. You may think your prayers are too small, too ordinary, or too infrequent to matter. But child, they matter to me. The way you pray for your family with love, the way you carry others in your heart and intercede for their healing, their peace, their salvation, the way you offer thanks even when life feels uncertain. I see it all. And it moves me. It touches the very heart of heaven. When you whisper, help me. I hear it as clearly as a shout. When you sigh in your weariness, I catch every breath. I gather your tears like precious drops and store them as treasures before me. You keep track of all my sorrows. You have collected all my tears in your bottle. That is what my word promises. And my word never fails. Not one tear falls unnoticed. Not one prayer goes unheard. There are moments when you wonder if your voice is reaching me at all. When the heavens feel silent and the wait seems endless. But know this, I hear you before you call. I am already at work in the unseen, arranging the answers in my perfect wisdom and timing. Before they call, I will answer, and while they are yet speaking, I will hear. Yes, even now, I am listening, and I have not forgotten a single thing you have asked in faith. You are not praying into empty space. You are speaking to your Father, not a distant ruler, but the one who formed your inmost being, the one who numbers every hair on your head, the one who delights in hearing your voice. You don't need to prove yourself to me. You don't need to impress me. I simply love when you come to me, just as you are. There is no such thing as a wasted prayer. No time spent in my presence is ever lost. When you seek me in secret, I reward you openly, sometimes with answers, sometimes with strength, sometimes with peace that guards your heart when nothing else makes sense, and sometimes with miracles far beyond what you imagined possible. But always, always, with my nearness. That is my greatest gift to you, myself. Even when you do not ask for your own needs, I still see them. I notice how you often carry others on your heart, pouring yourself out in prayer for their healing, their protection, their breakthrough. You forget yourself. But I do not forget you. I will care for you, even as you care for others. I will pour out blessings on your life, more than you can contain. You are generous with your spirit, and I will be generous with my grace. So come to me often. Whisper if you must. Sit quietly if you're too tired to speak. I know what you need before a word is formed. I don't ask for long speeches, only honesty, only nearness, only trust. I am listening, child. I always have been, and I always will be, my beloved child. I did not create you to live in fear. I did not design your soul to carry the crushing weight of anxiety, that heaviness you feel in your chest, the restless thoughts that chase you through the night, the tight grip of worry around your heart. Those are not from me. I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind. I speak this over you today. Peace, be still. Fear tries to convince you that you are alone, that the future is uncertain, that you must figure everything out on your own. But listen closely. Child, I am here, right now, right beside you, holding you when you feel fragile, shielding you when you feel exposed, speaking peace to every storm that rages inside you. You don't have to hold it all together. That is not your burden to bear. It is mine. Let me carry what's too heavy for you. Lay it down. The questions, the deadlines, the what-ifs, the silent dreads. I know them all. I understand how the world spins fast, how the noise presses in, how expectations pile up quietly until they feel like they might suffocate you. I see the brave face you wear, but I also see the trembling behind it, and I do not shame you for it. Instead, I invite you, come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Rest is not something you must earn. It is a gift I long to give. a sacred place of stillness where your soul can breathe again. Here in my presence, fear loses its voice. Here, anxiety has no power. Here, peace is not a concept, it is a person. I am your peace. I am the calm in your chaos, the stillness in your storm, the gentle voice that says, you are safe. Let my perfect love drive out every fear. Let my truth silence the lies that keep whispering that you're not enough, that things won't work out, that something terrible is coming. I have already gone before you. I have made a way. I know every detail of what lies ahead, and I am not anxious. So why should you be? If I am not afraid of your future, you don't need to be either. Place your trust in me, fully, not only when you understand, not only when things feel under control. Trust me when the path is dark, when the answers haven't come, when your heart feels too tender to try again. In those moments, my hand is steady, my presence is sure. I am your refuge and your strength, an ever-present help in trouble. And child, you don't have to be ashamed of your struggle. Even my strongest warriors need rest. Even those closest to me have moments of trembling. What matters is not that you feel afraid, but that you run to me when you do. I will always welcome you, always hold you, always speak peace over you. So now, breathe, slow down, rest your thoughts in my word. Let my promises cradle you like a lullaby for your soul. Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, bring your requests to me, and I will guard your heart with my peace, a peace that the world cannot explain and no fear can overcome. You are safe, child, not because of what surrounds you, but because of who surrounds you. I am with you. I am for you. I am your peace. My beloved child, when your heart grows weary and your mind is filled with questions, return to what you know is true. Remember what I've done for you. Remember how far I've brought you. Look back, not to be weighed down, but to be lifted up. To see my fingerprints on the pages of your past. You are not here by accident. Every step you've walked, even the painful ones, I have been with you. Do you remember the times you thought it was over? When the road felt too long, too dark, too heavy to walk, yet still, you made it through. You're still standing, still breathing, still hoping. That wasn't chance. That was me. I was the strength in your weakness. I was the whisper in the silence. I was the hand that pulled you back when everything in you wanted to give up. I will remember the works of the Lord, the psalmist once said, and I invite you to do the same. Remember the nights you cried and woke to new mercies in the morning. Remember the prayers you once thought had no answer, yet over time, you saw them unfold in ways that left you in awe. Remember the doors I opened that no one could shut. The people I sent when you needed comfort. The peace that found you when logic said there should only be fear. I am the same God today as I was then. I have not changed. My love has not diminished. My faithfulness has not weakened. Just as I delivered you before, I will do it again. What I have spoken, I will fulfill. What I have begun in you, I will complete. Not one promise I've made to you will fall to the ground unfulfilled. Sometimes, you forget because the pain of the present is loud. I understand that. But pain doesn't erase my presence. Confusion doesn't cancel my covenant. When you feel surrounded by uncertainty, let your memory be your anchor. Let your heart recall that I have always made a way, even when there was no way. And if you struggle to remember, ask me. I will remind you. I will bring to your heart those sacred moments, big and small, where my goodness touched your life. I will stir within you the wonder of what it meant to be held when you couldn't stand. carried when you couldn't move forward. Those weren't just memories, child, they were milestones of my mercy. Let your testimony strengthen you now. Let gratitude rise, not only for what I have done, but for what I'm doing even now behind the scenes. You may not see the full picture yet, but trust that my hand is still at work. You are not forgotten, you are not abandoned, and you are never without hope. Great is my faithfulness. Morning by morning, new mercies I pour out. My compassions never fail. I do not run out of grace. I do not grow tired of you. I do not give up on the ones I call mine. So, take courage again. Lift your eyes, not in fear, but in remembrance. Let faith rise from the ashes of yesterday's pain. I brought you through before, and I will bring you through again. The same hand that rescued you in the past is still holding you now, and it always will. My beloved child, the story is not over. I know there are days when it feels like all the good is behind you, that your best prayers have already been prayed, and your brightest hopes are fading. But I am here to tell you, I am not finished. What I have planned for you is not stuck in the past. It is alive in this moment, and it is already stirring beneath the surface. I still perform wonders. I still make a way where there is no way. I still breathe life into what has withered. And I still take broken things, broken hearts, broken dreams, broken seasons, and make them beautiful again. You haven't missed your miracle. You haven't run out of chances. As long as you have breath, there is more that I want to do in you, for you, and through you. I am doing a new thing. Can you not perceive it, even when you cannot see it? I am working, quietly, faithfully, preparing the ground, softening the soil of your soul, planting seeds that will soon burst into bloom. I know you've been weary. I know you've waited long. But I have not forgotten a single promise I made to you. My word still stands. Miracles are not reserved for other people. They are not for the strong, or the holy, or the loud. They are for the ones who believe. The ones who come with empty hands and an open heart. The ones who dare to whisper, God, I still trust you. That whisper moves mountains in my kingdom. That quiet faith draws heaven close. And child, you still have that faith, even if it feels small right now. It is enough. Because I am the one who multiplies small things into something mighty. Let go of the idea that your story is too messy, or that your journey has disqualified you from my blessing. I delight in redeeming what others consider lost. I am not intimidated by your doubts or mistakes. I am drawn to your humility. I am moved by your surrender. You may feel like all you have to offer is a few loaves and fishes, but give it to me, and I will feed the multitudes. I will use your life in ways that will astonish even you. You don't need to understand how I will do it. You don't need to see the whole picture. You just need to believe that I am able, and that I am willing. Let hope rise again in your heart. Let faith wake from its slumber. The waiting has not been wasted. It has been a season of preparation. Now, I am opening new doors. Doors no man can shut. Opportunities that align with my purpose for you. Paths that will lead you into blessing, into healing, into freedom. Do not give up. Do not shrink back. This is not the time to settle. It's the time to stand, to believe again, to walk forward even when your knees tremble. I go before you. I walk beside you, and I will do what only I can do. So open your hands, open your heart, and get ready to receive. Because child, your miracle is already on the way. My beloved child, I see the heaviness in your heart. I know the weight you carry, quietly, faithfully, behind your smile. The world around you moves fast, yet inside, you are tired. There are days when joy feels distant, almost like a memory. But listen closely, I did not create you to walk through life burdened by sorrow. I have something more for you, something beautiful, something holy. I have peace that the world cannot give. I have joy that suffering cannot steal. I know there are wounds you don't speak of, grief that visits uninvited, regrets that linger long after the moment has passed. But even in this, yes, even here, I offer you my peace, not the kind that merely soothes the surface, but the kind that settles deep into your soul. A peace that calms the storm inside you. A peace that allows you to breathe again, to hope again. Let me trade what weighs you down for what will lift you up. I give beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, and a garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness. That is my promise. That is my heart for you. You were never meant to walk alone with sorrow as your companion. You were made for light, for joy, for the kind of laughter that rises not from circumstance, but from knowing you are loved and safe and held. Yes, the tears you've cried are real, the pain you've carried has shaped you, but they do not define you. They do not write the final chapter. I do, and I am the author of joy, the giver of good gifts, the one who turns weeping into dancing, not by removing all sorrow instantly, but by walking with you through it, and by planting something stronger in its place. Let my joy be your strength, not your striving, not your reputation, not your success. My joy, a joy that is born not of outcomes, but of my presence, a joy that can exist alongside your healing process, a joy that doesn't demand you pretend everything is okay, but instead whispers, you are not alone, you are still mine, and you will smile again. Come and rest in me. Let the noise of the world grow dim as you sit in my presence. Let your heart be quiet enough to hear my song over you. Yes, I sing over you, not because of what you've done, but because of who you are, my child, my delight, my treasure. Every time you come near to me, I pour my peace upon you like rain on dry land. Let it soak into the weary places. You do not have to force joy. You simply need to receive it. It will rise slowly, gently, like dawn breaking after a long night. It may come through a memory, a word, a moment of stillness. And when it does, let it in. Let your face lift again. Let your spirit dance, even if it's only a quiet sway in your heart. I am not waiting for you to be better to give you joy. I am offering it now. As you are, let me fill the empty places. Let me exchange your sorrow for a peace that passes understanding. Let me remind you that joy still belongs to you, because you still belong to me. My beloved child, I know how hard it is to wait. I see the way time weighs on you. I hear the quiet questions that echo in your soul. When? Lord, how much longer? You've prayed. You've hoped. You've held on, and still, the answer has not come in the way you expected. But I tell you this in love, nothing in your life is delayed or denied without divine purpose. I am not slow as some consider slowness. I am perfect in timing and faithful in all my ways. There are things I am preparing that you cannot yet see, doors that must open in the right season, people whose hearts I am softening, just as I've been shaping yours, alignments that must take place, healing that takes time, growth that must root deep before it bears fruit, and all of this, I am doing it for your good, not to punish you, not to forget you, but to position you for the fullness of what I've promised. You are not being overlooked, you are being cultivated. If I gave you the answer too soon, it would not bless you the way it's meant to. If I opened the door before you were ready to walk through it, it might feel more like a burden than a blessing. So trust me, child. I see the whole picture, the past and the future, the details you're unaware of, the dangers I'm shielding you from. And even now, I am working in the waiting. Waiting is not wasting. Waiting with me is preparation. It is where strength is renewed, where faith is refined, where character is deepened. Every moment you choose to trust instead of fear, to worship instead of worry, to rest instead of strive, you are growing. You are being shaped into the very person I've called you to be. So don't rush ahead. Don't try to force what isn't yet ready. Don't let the world convince you that time is running out. I am the one who made time, and I hold it in my hand. At the right time, I, the Lord, will make it happen. Not too early, not too late, just when it's meant to be. Let me teach you to walk at the pace of peace, not in panic, not in pressure, but in patience, step by step, breath by breath. When it is time, everything will align. The waiting will make sense. The pain will reveal its purpose, and the joy will be all the sweeter because it came not from your striving, but from my faithfulness. Keep your heart quiet in the meantime. Keep showing up. Keep loving. Keep believing. I have not forgotten you. I have not ignored your prayers. They are like incense before me, precious and heard. My delay is never indifference, it is always preparation, always mercy, always love. So wait for me, child, not with clenched fists, but with open hands. Wait with expectation, not anxiety. For what I am about to do in your life will not be rushed, and it will not be small. It will be perfect, because it comes from me. And when the time is right, you will look back and say, he was right on time. My beloved child, you are not invisible. You are not forgotten. I see you, not just the version you show to others, but the real you. The one who stays up late wrestling with questions. The one who wonders if their life is making any difference at all. The one who quietly asks, Lord, do you still have a purpose for me? Hear me now. Child, you are chosen. You are called. And your life is precious beyond measure. Before anyone else ever spoke a word over you, I already had a plan for your life. Before your first breath, I knew your name. Before you were formed in your mother's womb, I set you apart. The world may measure you by what you've achieved, how much you've done, or how visible your efforts are, but I see differently. I look at the heart, and what I see in yours is beautiful to me. Even in your quiet seasons, especially there, I am working. Just because you are not seen by many does not mean you are not significant. I often do my deepest work in hidden places. I prepare vessels in stillness before I pour out power. I build strength in the secret place before I reveal purpose in the open. So if you feel overlooked, know this, you are being refined, not rejected. You are my royal priesthood. You are part of a holy people, set apart for light and love. You carry my image. You carry my spirit. And whether your calling unfolds on a platform or in a kitchen, in boardrooms or hospital rooms, behind a desk or beside a bed, it is holy. There is no small calling when it comes from me. There is no unnoticed obedience. Every act of faith, every quiet yes, every time you've chosen kindness when it cost you, heaven saw it all. Let go of the lies that say you are too old, too broken, too late. My calling does not expire. My anointing does not fade. My gifts are irrevocable. Your past does not cancel your purpose. In fact, I often use the very things that once hurt you as the soil from which I grow healing for others. I waste nothing, not one tear, not one delay, not one season that felt barren. I weave it all into something glorious. You are not meant to compare your journey. The path I have for you is uniquely yours. Walk in it with confidence, knowing that I go before you. You were made to shine, not by striving or trying to prove your worth, but simply by being who I created you to be. That is enough, more than enough. And when you feel unseen, come to me. Let me remind you who you are. Let me speak truth over every name the world tried to put on you, unnoticed, unworthy, forgotten. None of those are yours. You are mine, engraved on the palm of my hand, seen, loved, sent. So stand tall, beloved, not because the world applauds you, but because heaven has already affirmed you. And I, the Lord your God, call you by name, and I call you worthy, my beloved child. Now that you've heard my voice, what will you do with it? I'm not asking for perfect performance. I'm not waiting for a flawless version of you. I'm asking for your heart. Not just for a moment. Not just when it's convenient. But fully, daily, willingly. I'm inviting you to live a life of surrender, not out of fear, but out of love. The kind of surrender that says, even when I don't understand, I still trust you. The kind that walks forward even when the path is covered in mist. This is not about rules. This is about relationship. I want to walk with you, not just on the mountaintops, but in the ordinary, the uncertain, the quiet in between. I want to be your first thought when you wake, your steady anchor when you're afraid, your deepest peace when the world feels too loud. Let me in. Not just into the parts of your life that feel spiritual, but into every space, your family, your work, your decisions, your dreams, your questions. I know that surrender feels risky. It means giving up control, laying down plans, trusting where you cannot yet see. But child, what I have for you is greater than anything you could build on your own. When you surrender, you don't lose, you are found. When you let go, your hands are finally free to receive. And what I place in them will be exactly what your heart has been longing for. Let your life become a living offering, not out of obligation, but as an act of love. Love for the one who gave you breath. Love for the one who bore your burdens long before you knew how to name them. I don't want part of your story. I want all of it. The page is already written and the one's still blank. I want to write something beautiful with your life, something eternal. This isn't about having all the answers. This is about saying yes even with trembling hands. It's about choosing me, again and again, even when it would be easier to choose comfort, fear, or control. I will not leave you to walk alone. Every time you say yes, I will strengthen you. Every step you take, I will walk beside you. So don't hold back anymore. Don't wait for the right moment. Don't silence the stirrings in your spirit that have brought you this far. Now is the time. Now is the invitation. Not tomorrow. Not once everything feels easier. But now, here. Where you are, just as you are. Lift your eyes, child. Open your hands. Release your fears, and say yes. Yes to my voice. Yes to my love. Yes to the life of faith I've prepared just for you. And as you do, watch what I will do, because the one who surrenders in faith will never walk in lack, will never walk alone, and will never, ever be the same. I am with you. I am within you. And I am ready to lead you into everything I have promised. Now, come. Follow me, and never look back.